YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. Welcome to the studio that the members pay for. Normally I don't do reviews here, but I figured we would get it down and make it happen. Show you guys the studio of Jody's Corner, jodyscorner.com.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the donators of Jody's Corner. Thank you guys very much. I need you. I am Jody Joe, and this is going to be a movie review for Bloodshot. I'm Jody Joe. That's E.
What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, YouTube land? And thanks you, Jody, for allowing me to be here, man. I appreciate it so much.
You're welcome, man.
Sets fire also.
You're welcome. So this is going to be a movie review for Bloodshot. We got a chance to see it today. Shout out to Nuke the Fridge and the Nerd Report on YouTube. Subscribe to the homie Lewis, man. How you feel?
Lewis is tight, man. I had a good time with this dude, man.
Yeah, he's tight. So let's go ahead. We're going to talk about the review for Bloodshot. So this is going to be spoiler-free.
Yes, sir. Hey, I worked on it, and I got better.
Spoiler-free review coming for you guys. We seen it fresh maybe 2-3 hours ago. We had dinner. But so this is Vin Diesel on his outing as a Valiant Comics character superhero. Bloodshot is a comic book character published by Valiant. He had a limited run where he's this man who has this nanite blood that enables him to do superhuman things, the supernatural, and basically gives him superpowers, man. So coming into this film, I was completely had my expectations almost to the floor. I was just grateful that the film wouldn't suck. That's where I was at one point. I was like, just please don't suck.
You ain't the only one.
Your expectation was low too?
Yeah, man. I mean, at first I was thinking like, okay, well, this is Vin Diesel. He's going to give me some fire. But then I was like, I don't know, man. Bloodshot is kind of like a different character. So I don't know how they going to spin this up.
Yeah. And look, you can't knock us for it, man, because Vin Diesel's the guy who he's not really known as a finesse or even a good actor. And we kind of, some people feel some type of way about Vin Diesel, you know what I mean? And, it's a Valiant. No one really knows the character Bloodshot like that. Yeah. It's a Sony production, so nobody really had high hopes for this movie. And you can't really fault us for that. At the end of the day, it's really our opinion. But I will say that I am relieved to say that I'm pleasantly surprised in this movie. This is not a bad movie, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I would argue that this was a good movie. I had a good time watching this movie. I really enjoyed. I bought into Vin Diesel's character, even though you know what type of character he is. He actually shows effort in this film.
He does.
He actually tries to make this character his own in his own way. So it's definitely Vin Diesel-ish, but it's believable enough where I could forget about Fast and the Furious. I could forget about Triple X. I could forget about those type of films. And I can actually sit back on my own and actually say that I enjoyed this freaking movie. Like, Bloodshot actually brings decent amount of action. It brings a nice, decent storyline. And the number one thing that I appreciate about this movie is the pacing. The pacing is really well done. It doesn't really have any slow points because this film kept me engaged and entertained the entire time. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. You're not at all.
Without spoiling anything, how you feel about the movie, homie?
Man, to be honest, like I said, it shocked the hell out of me. I thought this movie was going to be something totally different, and it started off a little bit slow on kind of ways, kind of shocking on me, like what's actually happening. But then later on, it really got really good, and I liked a lot of it. It really hit on a lot of different things that I was really shocked on. But I really got, like I said, this right here, this clip right here, where he was wearing this shirt, I was like, uh-oh, here come Dom. Here come Dom. Where's the car? Where's the car at? Where's Lenny? Where's Lenny? But, you said it right, man. He really made this on his own. He did a really good job. He really did a good job on this movie. I didn't think Vin was going to do, like this. Thought he was going, put a little bit Fast and the Furious on it, you know what I'm saying? Put a little Triple X on that, but he really stuck to the character, did a little bit different, put his own little weight onto it. And this, when an actor put their own little weight to it, not trying to change it up or trying to do something, it's a really good job, and I like this a lot.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you said. You ain't wrong with it. I'm relieved that this movie doesn't suck. I'm telling you, I was expecting this thing to be a stinker.
Yeah,
I'm like there's nothing, and I can't believe that this is a film that probably is not going to do that well in the box office. It's probably not going to be seen by many people. The marketing and the advertisement for this movie wasn't really good. But one thing I think word of mouth will help carry this movie past $100 million. I was talking to Lewis, and he didn't really think it was going to make that much. I think it's going to get past $100 million worldwide. Maybe even 150, 175, maybe some shit like that. I don't know.
You'd be surprised. It might make a lot more than what you think it is, because think about it, too. This is Vin Diesel.
Well, with the market, true, it's Vin Diesel, but the market ain't really there like that, though, E.
once again, this is Vin Diesel. Seeing that face, those Fast and the Furious, those Triple X fans, all those fans, the movies that he have done, those Riddick fans, they're gonna come out and see this movie.
They all finna come out for this movie?
Hell,
I think
yes.
I even
Look
think
at this man's eyes, bro. His eyes look like Riddick.
I even think them motherfuckers is gonna be like, freak that shit. I ain't seeing that one.
They're gonna see this movie, and this movie's gonna.
The trailers were kind of lackluster.
The trailers, the first trailer that we saw, it was like whoa, but then later on it was kind of like I don't know, but seeing it, yeah, I can guarantee this movie is gonna make a really good lump sum of money. Because like I say, there's a lot of Vin Diesel fans out there, and Vin Diesel is that dude. And these people want to see exactly what he's doing. Vin Diesel's always got a plan, always got something, new ideas that he's got, trigger in his little hands, you know what I'm saying? Probably writing shit down right now. But Vin, these fans love Vin Diesel. It's not about the movie. Even if the people don't be like, know who Bloodshot is, they know who Vin Diesel is, and that is the reason why they will see this movie. They will get their little brats, the little kids.
Well, they gotta believe that the film is actually decent. Now, I'm not trying to gas this movie. This movie has problems. There's a lot of cliches in there. It's a typical action cliche type of film. It's got that in there, but it kind of it's relayed to the point where you don't think about it when you're watching it. You're just paying attention, you're invested in the story, and you're enjoying the characters. There's an insanely hot side chick in here who is freaking gorgeous, and she don't have a big booty, but the pants that she was wearing made her look like she had cake. Yeah. You know how you don't have to have a big booty to have a nice booty?
Yeah.
She had that. She had a nice fit, I work out booty, and I wanted to bury my face in that motherfucker and just die.
Yeah, she was fly, though.
She's fire, and the producer probably tried his luck at it. Probably had a couple of days with her, tried to or something, but she did a good job. The supporting cast, there's the black guy from the commercials, man.
Yeah,
they gave him a chance in this movie, man.
From actually, he played in New Girl. He was in New Girl. He was on TV.
Yeah, he is a New Girl. He's in that.
A CW. He was a CW guy. He did pretty good.
Yeah.
He did really pretty good.
They gave him a chance in this movie. And normally that's a good thing about low budget type of films, films where they don't think people care, films that they don't expect to do good, is that Sony kind of was loose with this. Even the security was loose.
Yeah,
like, they're checking for your phones. And, they were really, it was kind of like, whatever, motherfucker.
They didn't even take
Enjoy
your
this
phones.
motherfucking movie. Yeah, right. So it was like, hey, give the black guy a shot. What has he done? Well, he's done Doritos commercials. He was a script on New Girl. Yeah? All right, give him the role. And he had a British accent.
Yeah. That's the part that really got me, because I was really thinking like, wait a minute, hold up. Is he British? Because he had it on point.
He had the British accent on point. You could tell the motherfucker knew that his career is not kind of whatever. Yeah. And he wants to take that shit to the next level. He's thirsty, and he actually practiced that accent.
Yeah.
He was actually delivering some good lines, and I think he was a good character. I think that Guy Pearce in this character is the doctor guy who kind of makes it all did I say Guy Pearce? Yeah, Guy Pearce, not Guy Ritchie.
You know where he's from, though.
Guy Pearce. Who's from?
The doctor. He's from Iron Man 3. He was the one in Iron Man 3.
I'll do you one even better. He's from A Few Good Men.
Oh, word?
Yes, he was a prosecution attorney. He was a defense attorney, yeah.
I did not know
so, that. The supporting characters are good in here. The acting is good. For an action movie, it's decent acting. It's not terrible. Like, the one thing that I will say is absolutely, there's one problem I have with this film, and it has to do with the way they tell the story.
Yeah, man.
It's the way you tell the story to the viewer and the way the story is told through the eyes of the character. There's one reveal that they feel like they probably had to show it that way, but they really didn't. I don't like when films trick the audience. That was a huge letdown for me. The score wasn't fantastic, and number one was the freaking CG. It was low budget than a beach. This shit looked... at moments where I was like, God dang, is this the 2003
You say video
Matrix?
game? It's a video game?
Yeah. A PS3 cutscene video game.
Exactly.
Like, it wasn't really great, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't give this movie a budget, and stuff like that, but I think Vin Diesel did a great job. This is the best I've seen Vin Diesel since one of those Fast and the Furious movies where he actually screamed and actually believed something. I think this is probably the best I've seen him in a while, man.
Yeah, Vin did a lot, though. His character, like, I agree.
And which not great, but it's the best for Vin.
Yeah.
Yeah, best for Vin.
I agree everything that you said, bro. For the part, like you said, they could have put a little bit more from the beginning. Little beginning explanations tells a lot about a movie, and they didn't really dish that like they should have. And you know, but later on we kind of got an idea, and that idea still kind of like, but it still made its way, and that's what, honestly, little parts of it made it good. Now they did try to do a little bit of humor. It kind of don't really,
not really, bro. It was fine. It was fine. The tone of this movie was great. That's what I like that a lot. It wasn't. You remind me of a good point. I don't want to cut off on you, but it really did a good job of letting me know that this is not the MCU, and that's one of the best things Sony has going for it. This ain't the MCU, bro. This isn't about them corny jokes. And yeah, it's disappointing when I started to watch it. It's PG-13.
It should be rated R.
But after we seen it though,
it was like a rated R movie, to be honest.
Why? Because we're talking about the tone. The tone was very grown.
The tone was very serious.
Exactly.
Very serious tone.
So I'm perfectly fine with a PG-13 that's not kiddie.
Yeah.
You know, rated R would have made it a lot better, but now it's PG-13 so we can make that money. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's not a soft PG-13.
Nah.
It's a solid PG-13 film, but you don't really think about it and feel it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think it shows a lot of, and the nanotech helped bypass the blood element, but there's blood in it. You know what I'm saying? It's got good action, and I'm glad that this movie is good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to gas it. I'm just really just speaking how I feel about this film. I think that Bloodshot is a film that you guys should absolutely see. I definitely say it's worth the ticket price. It's a good time in the theater, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like the story. I like the uniqueness of it, the complexity for a regular action flick.
Yeah.
It's not deep, but it's like, okay, nice. I'll roll with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
So I guess we should go down to the grade phase. Let's go ahead and get this motherfucker grade E. I'll let you go first. Let me know what you think is a good grade for Bloodshot, bro.
My grade for Bloodshot, by everything that I saw and how it was, I give it a B. I give this movie a B.
A B. All right, let's solidify him then. Give him that graphic. Fire! B, bro. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. Let me raise this up.
I definitely enjoyed this movie. This movie was very interesting.
That's a pretty darn good grade, E. And you're getting better with your stuff because I, as well, give Bloodshot a solid. This is a solid B.
Hey!
Solid. Not a B minus. You know, solid B movie. What's funny is that this movie is better than quite a few MCU and DC films.
Facts.
I like this movie way better than Birds of Prey.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This is better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, in my opinion. This is better than Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Oh, this is
better
than
Captain.
This not even on the league with Captain Marvel.
I like this movie better than Far From Home.
My man.
Yeah?
My man.
I like it better than Far From Home and Homecoming.
The thrills in this movie, this is what I want. This right here should have been in Far From Home. The action scenes that they had in this movie should have been in Far From Home. They should have had some scenes like this. These scenes are real. It's not like a kiddie, graphy little stuff. It's like real scenes. It's real action. It's not childish. It's not like, oh my God. This is more like gameplay, but it's very, very, very serious, and I like that a lot. And I'm glad that they actually did this.
Yeah, it was executed pretty darn well, if you ask me. I think the execution was let me get this grade out of there. Sorry about that. The execution was really dope, and shout out to a part 2 for this movie.
Yeah,
I want part 2. I think part 2 needs to happen because now I want this movie to make money. Yeah. That's the only thing that will give this movie life. If it makes money, I think the budget of this thing, I got to look up the budget for this movie. Hopefully it clears north of $100 million. I need this to make money because of part 2. Sony's doing a good thing now.
Yeah.
Part 2, make that happen because they will finally give it the budget it deserves. And with that budget, with the franchising, now you could cross some shit up. You could maybe a Valiant and a Marvel. Maybe you could cross over there.
I think Valiant should stay in their lane, and then
I think when you gotta hit when the iron's hot. Sony doesn't have the ability, or they don't have the leisure, or they don't have the freaking infrastructure nor the capital, in my opinion, to compete with DC and Marvel head to head. Well, but if you got something hot like Bloodshot, make that shit work.
Then if I feel like I get what you're saying in that's pretty good, but I feel like if they did a little touch-ups with Marvel's gonna, and because Marvel, like I said, once again, Marvel's with Disney, they're going to make it even. They're gonna make this kiddier. Those serious scenes that I just said.
No. Sony Marvel, not Disney.
So Disney not gonna have no play to touch on this at all.
No, Sony Spider-Man.
Okay.
Mix it with the Spider-Man
Because
universe.
I'm thinking about Marvel. Because Marvel,
Nah, I'm talking about. I can
All
see,
right.
bro. I can see Bloodshot and Morbius on the same screen.
I can see that.
Bloodshot,
I can see
Morbius?
that. I can see that.
Come
I can
on,
see that.
bro.
Because if you
Serve
kind of
this
want to
shit
think
up
about
together.
it, if you kind of want to think about
Craven? Oh shit.
he's more like a Punisher. He's more like a Punisher.
He'll serve Punisher shit up. I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. This film put respect on Bloodshot's name, because even though I have that first Bloodshot comic, hollow field cover and everything, I had it since the '90s. I forgot that he's that dude. The way, unless he's different from the comic, that motherfucker is strong than the beach. Spider-Man better watch out, because Bloodshot got something for him.
I think in the comics he's a little bit stronger than what he was in
Oh,
the movie. I'm not sure.
When I read him as a kid, he was just a motherfucker with guns.
I think in the comics he's a little bit more stronger. I'm not sure because I remember reading up on that. I think he may be, but overall, he still was fire. He still was freaking fire. I don't. If they make a part 2, I don't want to see 5-6 years. Because how old is Vin Diesel anyway? He's like what?
Like 52.
I don't need to see that. That's too long, man.
Yeah, he like
Then
8 years from AARP.
Then the next thing you know, we got Vin Diesel Jr. trying to take over what his daddy did. No. We need the actual characters, and that's what these movie directors, these producers, this company be messing up at. Keep the people that you got. Don't replace them unless you do a reboot. When you replace them, it kills the character because you change too much about it, and now it's like it's bunk. Give it what it is.
Bunk. Ha, tight. She was booty. All right. With that being said, hopefully you guys like this review. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel for more of that real content.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to me. I'm Jody Joe. That's E over there.
And we are.
Oh, you don't want to say peace out to them?
Oh, I did. You know, I do my.
Okay, all right, for sure. Just let you guys know. We are 2 parts of the Just Us League, and we out this thing, man.
Deuces.
Deuces.